So I want to talk for a minute today about this deck of cards that I just got called Making Magic. They're cute and tiny and adorable, and I am so excited about these, and I wanted to share them with you guys in case it might be something that you are interested in using or working with. They're in a cute little box here, and they are a bunch of different signs, sigils, glyphs, things like that. And it doesn't come with the book, it's not that kind of thing, but you can see here the cards are like this, and they have the symbol, and then they have what it is, and then kind of the energy that goes along with that. So when I first kind of looked at these, I was like, oh, they're cool, but like, do I need another deck of cards? And of course I need another deck of cards. Who are we kidding? And when I kind of really looked at what you could do with them, it hit this whole other level of I have to have these, right? So the cool thing about these is you can use them in a bunch of different ways. One of the ways is you can kind of use them like, tarot cards or oracle cards where you pull for a specific message, right? So you can shuffle them up and pull out, maybe 1 to 5 cards or whatever. So if you're looking for, something that you need at the moment, whatever it is that you want to ask them, and it'll give you kind of a symbol and that energy of what you need to kind of have in your immediate area right now, which is pretty cool. So you can kind of focus on doing more of those things or those activities that will bring about those energies. Or you can create magic that will kind of go along with that same theme. So that's one way that you can do it, is you can kind of read them just basically like you would a regular card. The other thing that's really cool about these cards and these symbols and these images is that you can use them for magic. So how would you do that, right? So how do we translate that? Well, one of the things you can do is you can actually copy these images and put them onto things you're working magic with. So if you want to do some candle magic and you want to pick out the symbols that you need, that you want to amplify that energy, you can pick those out and draw those on your candle, right? Or if you want to just, you could even draw them on a piece of paper and stick them in things, around things, carry them on you, like put it at the bottom of your shoe, whatever it is, right? You can also take these symbols, you can draw them on yourselves, you can draw them on the back of, pieces of jewelry and things like that if you want to do that, and kind of just to carry that energy with you. You can draw them in the air to put protective, barriers or amplify energies or different things like that. You can write them, kind of on your, not the door frame, the window. Well, I guess you could put on the door frame too, but like sometimes people will put things on their windowsills to kind of block stuff out, because these cards can be used for any kind of magic, energy, protection, manifesting, whatever kind of area it is that you want to be in, you can use these symbols for that. And if you're not sure what kind of energy you need for the day, or you're feeling kind of blah, you can use these cards to kind of show you what you need to incorporate more of. So there's really so many different ways that you can use these cards and these symbols. So I think it's a really versatile deck, even though at first glance when you look at it, it seems really simple and you're just kind of like, I don't know. It has so many possibilities. And if you just kind of use your imagination and kind of expand it a little bit, there's so much stuff that you could do with all of these symbols. And I just feel like too, when I look at them, I just can kind of feel the power of the symbols when I'm sitting with the card. It's really interesting. It's really fun. So if this is something that you're looking for, I hope you look into these. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to switch over to another screen here, and I'm going to show you all of the cards so you get a good idea of kind of what you're getting into when you, if this is something that you want to purchase. So when you get them, this is the case that you're going to get. As you can see by my hands, these are really small cards. So if you're used to working with tarot cards or oracle cards, they are going to be a lot smaller. The case itself is pretty sturdy, right? Which I like. It's not super flimsy. And they just come in this really cool little thing. And it's got like a little magnet right here, so it kind of latches on. So if you go like this, they're not going to come out on you. But I really like the case. So let's take a look at what all these cards actually look like. All right, so now we can see all of the cards. I'll just go through them one by one so you guys can see the images. Now, these are really cool because I think the symbol here is big enough where you can actually get a good look at it if it's something you want to copy or recreate onto another object or paper or surface, so that you can use it for any kind of spell work that you're doing. Now there are going to be 40 cards in this deck, and I kind of like that it's a mini deck. I kind of like that it's a little bit smaller because you don't need all that space. It's not like a oracle card or a tarot card where the images have to be bigger or more intricate. And this one, it's got a combination. All these symbols are different things. So they're either medieval amulets, they're Celtic charms, they're alchemical glyphs, and just a bunch of sigils. And these are super easy because it just comes with a little explanation next to it. So you don't really need a lot of background or training or anything in order to use these, which is kind of nice. This one is a common image. You guys might know this one. It shows up in a lot of places. You know, some of them are a little more intricate than others, and some of them are a little bit more simple. But these cards are really fun to work with, and they're pretty versatile too with the images and what you can do with them. I kind of saw this deck at first and I wasn't sure. I was like, I don't know. And then I kind of looked at it a little more of what you could actually do with it. And I thought, oh, wow, like this thing's really cool. So hopefully if you guys are looking for something to add a little oomph to your magic, a little extra something, these cards are something that you might consider.